it's Symonne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. When you were watching this, I know a lot of you guys have started school already and you've been asking me for tips and questions and advice. So today I'm just gonna kind of give you some advice and tell you about the story when I got a detention. That's so bad. But before we get into this video, I'm wearing the BRB collection. It's my Ennomys clothing line. You can shop right here. So I asked you guys on my Instagram if you guys needed advice or any tips or anything, so I'm gonna pick a few and answer questions. Again, I'm not like the know-it-all for school, but you know, I have done online and regular school, so I thought I could help out by giving some tips. Okay, starting off, advice on back to school fits. So personally, my favorite back to school fit is anything from my clothing line. I would say to definitely pick out your outfit the night before so you're not like stressed out in the morning. You already have enough going on, so I would pick out your outfit the night before. I would say leggings are a great staple piece. I know everyone has different kinds of dress codes and that kind of stuff. Back at my old school, I wasn't allowed to wear leggings. Make sure when you guys get dressed, you are following the dress code. I do online school, but if I was going to in-person school, I'd probably wear like a leggings and a baggy t-shirt. Make sure you don't wear spaghetti straps because that's usually dress coded. But I would just pick out something comfy and you can move around in and not have to worry about like adjusting your outfit or anything. Just wear something you can have fun in and pay attention. I'm going to be a freshman in high school. How do I survive? So I'm actually a senior in high school right now. I just started school. Usually when people go to high school, they switch schools from their elementary and middle school and they have to like switch schools. So everyone in freshman year knows like nobody and everyone's just trying to make friends. So you're probably feeling really scared and awkward right now, but everyone's in the exact same position as you because they have no friends. It's a new school, new teachers, and just a new environment in general. So if you think you're feeling uncomfortable and awkward, maybe to help somebody else who's feeling the same, just go up and say hi or compliment them or something to start a conversation. Because if you do that, people are gonna repay the favor to you and it's just gonna make you feel really good one day. I would just say to talk to everybody. You can have friend groups here and there, but I would say to keep your options open for your friend group right in the beginning because something could happen and you wanna make sure you have a lot of friends. But that's my best advice on that. Cute stationery shops. So obviously I'm obsessed with Target. This is a shop called UB. I've worked with them so many times in the past. This video is not sponsored, but they also have backpacks. I know I got a question about that. Back when I was in school, I used to use the brand Vera Bradley. I don't know if that's still around anymore. I don't know if it's cute. I don't know if it's trendy. So I have two questions and it's like, how do you ignore people that bully you and how do you deal with bullies and that kind of stuff? So to anyone out there getting bullied, I just want to give you a big hug right now. Hold on, I'm gonna fall off the bed. That was coming from me and I just wanted to say you're beautiful, strong, gorgeous, and so funny and so perfect in every single way. You were put on this earth just to be the way you are, and I would just say embrace yourself, and if people don't like you, they have a problem because you are amazing. My best advice is if they try to talk to you or be mean to you or just make rude comments about you and you hear it, don't give them a reaction because that's all they want out of it. Even though I've never really dealt with bullying in my in-person school, I've dealt with bullying a lot online and just walking around, like just living out in life. A few weeks ago, I was at an amusement park and I was getting bullied by a bunch of teenagers just like my age, and I literally had to leave because I was crying so badly. But that's something I never thought I was gonna share, and that just happened I think like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, bullying's everywhere. Don't think it's anything about you. But I definitely think you should tell a teacher no matter what kind of bullying it is, or if you see someone else getting bullied, I would definitely tell a teacher or your principal or someone around you that's an adult. How do I deal with procrastinating homework? So I do this all the time just with like other things. If I have to clean my room or I have to work on something, I always procrastinate it, but then I always think and I'm like, if I were to do this right now, I could have more time to do something later. So I would say when you go from school, just knock it out so you can stay on FaceTime with your friends, you can play games, you can go out to dinner. Just knock it all out, even though it seems like the last thing you want to do. You're going to be so grateful you did it later. Do you like school lunch or do you always bring your own lunch? Sometimes at schools they give you like the menu for like the week or like the day or the night before. I mean, everyone's taste is different for food and stuff, but I would just say to definitely bring your own lunch every single day just in case something happens with the food or you don't like it, you don't want to be hungry, and you need to eat, you need energy, you need proteins, that kind of stuff to be focused and get good grades. So make sure you always bring something, but if you get school lunch, that's pretty cool too. What should you carry in an emergency kit? I'm answering this one for all the ladies because I don't know exactly what a guy would bring to school for an emergency kit, but I would definitely say to always bring like Band-Aids. There's a thing called Neosporin that I always used to bring. I would bring some kind of like Advil or painkillers in case you start to get cramps. I would also obviously always have stock 2 to 3 like female hygiene products. Girls, you know what I'm talking about. I would always carry like wet wipes and Purell and chapstick. I would always pack like an extra pair of like underwear or like clothes or something like that just in case something happens. But that's all the things off the top of my head I can think of, but I'll let you guys know if I think of something else later. So now it's time to give you guys my story time. But this is the story of how I got a detention. So I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when this happened. So growing up, I was an straight A student. I never got a B in my entire life. So all the teachers loved me. I was really close with my principal. This is my school since kindergarten to when I left. So 7 years? So in my class, some people were more rebellious than others. And this year specifically, all my friends were in the same class as me. So I had this extra little notebook. When other people were done with their tests, we would just like write in the notebook and then I would like pass it to my friend. But it wasn't anything bad. It was just like talking about plans and random other things. And like we never got caught, nobody ever questioned us. And then one of my other best guy friends in the class, okay, so I thought he would be like chill about it, you know. His name was Jack. Guys, back home, if you're watching this, you know this story. Jack, if you're watching this, I thought you were cool, but apparently not. Just kidding. I love you, Jack. I'm still friends with him to this day, but I thought in this situation you'd be cool. So Jack looks over and he sees us like with the notebook. There's one girl in my friend group that was kind of crazy and she said something she probably shouldn't have said. I got the notebook back from the girl that's a little crazy and I just didn't read it because we were trying to like clean up, and so I kind of just like took it and put it in my desk. And the next day I walk in and I open my desk and the notebook is gone. Dun dun dun. And then I'm like looking everywhere for it, and then my teacher goes, "Symonne, are you looking for something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think I might have left like my notebook here from like yesterday." And then Jack pulls it out and he's like, "You looking for this?" And I'm like, so he already had a conversation separately with my teacher, and they went through the notebook and was looking at what everyone was saying. But obviously they didn't know who said what. And the girl that's a little crazy and says some things that she shouldn't be saying got us all a detention. But they didn't just give us a detention right away. So they made me and my 3 other friends go into the principal's office for a week straight, once a day, and they would tell us a sentence or a paragraph to write. And we all had to write it down on separate sheets of paper because they wanted to match the handwriting with the notebook to see who said what. So they kind of didn't know like whose handwriting it was, but they were leaning towards the crazy girl who actually ended up writing all this stuff, but they didn't know at the time, and my other friend Abby. So they still weren't sure though, so they just decided to give all 4 of us a detention. I sat in detention with me and my 3 friends just sitting there. And you could just imagine how happy my parents were and all my friends' parents when they got a call saying we got detention for passing notes in the class with offensive messages. And then they called my mom separately and they were like, "Well, just because it's Symonne's notebook, we're giving her a detention too." That was my detention story time. But I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching this video. I hope I could help somebody out there watching this, and have a great day. Go buy your Ennomys merch. You're going through it. I love you guys. Have a great school year.